Okay guys, we've got to talk about the events in Southampton and what it's going to mean for some of our fellow patriots. But before we can deal with that, we have to talk about Tommy Robinson again and the part he played in it. But first, let's have a look at him spinning some lies about the Sikh community and their ceremonial dagger, the Kirpan. Listen up.
Saying the Sikhs have to go. Bullshit. Yeah? Absolute fucking bullshit. Put it into perspective. It's outrageous, the killing. It's outrageous, the murder. I have worked with Sikh groups and had their help, and they've helped white victims for the last 20 years. Yeah? They're groups within their community. I've travelled their community. Do you know the reason why they wear the Kirpan? The bladed article, which is meant to be blunt and curved. It's a ceremonial piece. People are saying the Sikhs have to go. Bullshit. Yeah? Absolute fucking bullshit. Put it into perspective. It's outrageous, the killing. It's outrageous, the murder. I have worked with Sikh groups and had their help, and they've helped white victims for the last 20 years. Yeah? They're groups within their community. I've travelled their community. Do you know the reason why they wear the Kirpan? The bladed article, which is meant to be blunt and curved. It's a ceremonial piece.
Tommy's a liar. You knew he was a grifter, and I think you always knew he was a liar. He turned around yesterday and when he made that speech or that rant and said that the Kirpan is meant to be dulled. I think the day before I played you a video, several videos about where Sikhs speak out about the Kirpan. They refuse to dull their blades. It needs to be sharpened in their culture, yeah. And they said they would never dull their blades and they will always wear them outside their garments in sheaths. Yeah, so Tommy lied there. He also went on to imply that the Sikhs were basically good people, decent people who don't commit crimes. But I posted a video showing you stories of Sikhs also guilty of abusing young white girls. Yeah, Tommy's lying there again. I also showed you some of the links to stories of crimes committed by the Sikhs. But of course, Tommy's main enemy is Islam for his Zionist masters. It was interesting yesterday with Tommy, wasn't it? How he whipped up the troops, much like he's done in the past, and then run away from the consequences. Because once it kicked off, Tommy was nowhere to be seen. He was gone. He was gone. And now, what's going to happen? Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Let's have a look at a video clip I thought interesting. Pause, Paul. Okay. I'm going to show you this little clip of the events that took place yesterday. It's over from Working Class Patriot. I think it was recorded by Young Bob. I leave a link to WCP in the description. Why am I showing you this? This bit. There's no missile throwing, anything like that, but we'll talk about that in a second. It's the guy there you see in the suit in the middle. He was at Sunday's demonstration, vigil for Henry. He was with a young lady. You'll see her in a second. I'll play the clip and then pause it. Let's do that again. The young man in the middle. Have a look at this young lady on his left. There she is. She's right in the middle of it. Attractive little thing. She was with that gentleman who was in the front there. They were both in the front row, taking on the police. In the video clip, the two of them were magnificent. Play a bit more.
Now
just saw a Restore Britain man go down. There's the young lady that I was speaking about. Now, the police here were particularly brutal, using not their shields to push back, but the edges of the shields to attack the faces of the patriots. We'll play a bit more.
It's completely unnecessary.
There's a young man. He's really having a pop. Yeah. The young girl is there. She's all right.
Boy, if you don't want to get hit.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there now, guys. Let's go back to the bunker. Yeah. I hope that young man and that young girl were okay. When I saw them throwing some among the protesters, because they were protesters, throwing missiles, I could understand their anger. I really could understand their anger. If I'd been there, I should have been there to record it and observe it. Knowing me, I'd probably been stood with that young man and that young girl. It's just the way we are, isn't it? But those young men throwing missiles shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. It's really bad optics. And apart from that, your faces weren't covered. A lot of those men, their faces weren't covered. Yeah. I know, I've said for a long time, the police are not our friends. I'm Welsh, I remember the miners' strike. I know how brutal the police can be. But there's going to be people having knocks on the door today because they didn't take the simple precaution of taking a mask or dressing appropriately. These are dangerous, difficult times. If you're going to be protesting, make sure the clothes you wear are appropriate. That perhaps you've got, I don't know, all those noxious gas fumes there. You've got a mask to protect yourself. Sunglasses, protect against bright sunlight. You should really dress appropriately. And if you want a street action, then perhaps you should be looking to join organisations that like to recruit young men and get them fit for whatever the future may bring. One thing is for sure though, Tommy wasn't there. And the people had been diverted by Tommy, hadn't they? Because he spoke about the police and directed the protesters at the police, which diverts away from his friends, the Sikhs, who he runs interference for. Other people like Richard Inman were speaking out against the police. None of them speaking out about the Sikhs who committed this crime. They wanted to turn it all back around to Israel's enemy, the Muslims. Yeah, it was the Muslims' fault. Well, good luck to those young men who might be expecting knocks on the door. They can probably expect harsh prison sentences as well. You know how vindictive this government and the judiciary are. All for the sake of a mask. All for the sake of a mask. Of course, I must say I condemn all violence. Damn democracy. You've been listening to Paul Morris, The Green Arrow. Help the channel grow. Like, share, leave a comment. Sorry it's a bit messy, guys. I hope I see that young man and young girl again in the future. I'd love to interview them.